Hello and welcome to Full of Food. I can't tell you how impressed I was with this beef stew and dumplings dish. We used the Ninja Foodi Max to both pressure cook the stew and then air fry the dumplings, but you can use any model. Okay, so ingredients time. Got some nice diced beef here, 1 leek, 2 pieces of celery and some carrots and a white onion. I've then got plain flour. I'm going to use that for my beef. I've got pepper and salt, a bouquet garni. I buy these in a jar, but you could easily make your own. Some tomato puree. I've got a nice beef stock pot there, some whole grain mustard, some olive oil to cook everything in, and then some corn flour to thicken at the end, and dumpling mix. Okay, so simple stuff here. Chop your onion up into nice equal sized pieces. Same with your leek, and then same with your celery. Carrots into nice rounds. If we can keep everything roughly the same size here, it works best. Put that beef into a dish and coat it in your plain flour. This is just going to help make it golden brown when you saute in the Ninja Foodi. So there we have all of my flour on there, some olive oil, and we're going to set this to the saute or sear, and then we're just going to brown off that meat. I do it in 2 batches, find that's much easier. So first one done, second one in, and we're just looking for a little bit of colour there, not too much, not fully cooked, just a little bit of colour on that beef. Next I'm going to make some stock. I actually used 2 of these stock cubes in here, so just dissolve that nice stock cube in there. All of the amounts are in the description. First off, really important, deglaze the bottom of your pot. So you just want to get those little bits off because they might stick and cause the pressure cooker to have problems. So next in, all of those lovely vegetables, that lovely stock. Like I said, I used 2 there just to get a lovely amount of gravy. Next up, a generous pinch of salt and a nice crack of black pepper. Give that a stir around, make sure your stock pots are all dissolved. Bouquet garni in, mustard, tomato puree, and then that lovely browned beef, and make sure you put those juices in too. All adds to the flavour of this dish. So we're going to pressure cook this on high for 35 minutes, and you want a natural release of steam just to make sure that that cooking process is completed. So once that's complete, look at that, it's just beautifully brown and really soft. Love the fact that the vegetables stay intact with this. So next up I'm just going to make some dumplings. I just use a packet mix, you could make it yourself. I just find these are a lot easier. So mix that dumpling mix up, make sure that you get it nice and wet, and then we're going to just take little spoonfuls, pop them straight on top of that stew, staying in the pot, straight on top, and then we're going to air fry now to make those nice and crispy. So 10 minutes in the air fryer. Remember, with the air fryer you can keep opening and closing to check. I did that as this cooked, and then there we are, perfect dumplings. I love them when they're soggy on the bottom and crispy on top like this. So just take them, put them to one side. If you want to thicken your gravy, you can add a little bit of corn flour. I'm just putting it into some water here to put it in, and it just makes it a little bit thicker. Add as much or as little as you need to, just to get it to the thickness that you want. I quite like my stew a little bit runny, so I can dip some crusty bread in it. So there we have it. Lovely beef and vegetables coming out. Pop some of those lovely dumplings on top. Little bit of garnish, a little bit of fresh parsley there, and a lovely crack of black pepper. And look at that beautiful pressure cooked beef with some air fried dumplings, all done in one pot. I can't believe how easy this was and how lovely it was.